And I've just realised I've had my mic muted all this time. So I will do my intro again. Hello, Totally British Gamer, and welcome back to Out of Ore. If you have been following, I'm sorry it's been off for a week. Health issues, nothing too serious, so I'm back, and now we've got some more Out of Ore action. Digging hole. As you can see, I'm trying to extend the tunnel now by using this. We'll see how far we can get using this tunneler. So we're going to have to pull up there. Oh, put me backwards then. I thought, well, where's my truck gone? My dump truck, my loader. Right, let's see how much room I've got around here. Should have enough room. Yeah, I've got enough room in here. Couldn't remember how far it got, to be fair. Quite a fair bit. It's a long way along here, isn't it? Very long way. Oh, we could enter it through the drill itself. Okay. Sorry about the camera though. This is going to be a pain in the backside just till I get it set up. Once I've got it set up, then it should be good to roll. Try and see what happens now. So it's 0. Oh, I didn't know you could cycle through vehicles like that. Accidentally though. So this is raise and lower. This is LB and right stick. So I want that there. Reset. I can't tell because of the way its camera set up. Is it straight? That's straight. Does that look about straight? Oh well. It's gonna have. Oh, typical. Fuel low. I ain't gonna take this all the way up there. I'm gonna buy a new fuel tank down here. Yeah, let's just get this running. Right, actually, that viewport there might be the best, so I can keep her straight. So let's turn her on, which is the button there, so that one on. Let's see how far we get. In low gear, I'm probably moving too fast here, so let's skim this off a little. And then we'll try again going forwards. So, it's not letting me go down anymore, so try that. Hairline trigger, that's really feathered. Just gently feather it as we go along. Straighten out again. Let's get that back down. Come on. Come on. As close as I can get. It's so sensitive. Especially the wobbling of the thing. I think once it bites, it might not be so wobbly. Try that. 0.3 of a centimetre. Oh, no. It's not. And then we reverse back and go back forward again. This is not going to be as friendly as I thought, is it? It really isn't. Stop there and let's do that. For some reason, it's raised the head. I don't know why it's raised the head. Oh, did I just change the camera? I did, didn't I? See if I can get back over here and do some more. This bouncing around isn't good. I'm low again. So what I'm actually doing is, oh, I'm not switching it on, is what I'm actually doing, and I'm just feathering the blade up and down as I'm moving. The problem is because it's linked to the... It's not letting me go anywhere now. Why is that? It is on. Can you not get through rock with it? I'm sure you can. I can't turn like that. What's going on? Something is blocking me here. Oh, I really do need to fix these controls. I'm just hitting that. I don't think this can go through rock, you know, solid rock. I think it can only go through blasted rock. Am I wrong? Am I right? Let's try again. High gear doesn't work neither. Why is it not digging? It's not actually doing anything, is it? I think it's going to be another failed attempt at this. It really is. And this is not going to be much fun here, is it? I've got a hole right in front of me. So let's turn this back on. Unless I'm getting stuck on something on the floor. Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Is it because it won't go over these? Surely not. Surely that's not the issue. Unless there's a piece of voxel here that I can't see. Is there something here that I can't see? Doesn't look that way. Not having much fun with this thing at all. Not in the slightest. Let's try it again though, see what happens. I'm definitely not getting through that rock, am I? I'll probably get through this paydirt here if I go straight for this. Yeah. It's not going through that rock. Turn that off for a sec. Being high. I think that, well, it's not paydirt, it's just plastic rock, isn't it? Dirt. Okay, I'm going to have to build a fuel tank down here, aren't I? For now, I'll just put it on this left-hand side, so let's get fuel tank. It's 2,000, it's not too bad. Put that there. Just put it there for now. Little floaty floaty. Yep, full. Let's see what happens when I turn this way. Go for this plastic rock. Oop. It's not starting. Why haven't you started? There we go. What's it doing? It's not getting very far, this. I don't know if it's me or does not seem to want to dig at all. Am I using this wrong? Is there something weird going on here that I'm missing? It's weird because the tracks are just in front of that machine, so the back end, even the cab moves weird. Let's see what happens when I move to the side here. Okay, something weird going on here. What is going on here? Oh no, now it's working. That wasn't working then, it was sliding to the left. That was strange. See, that worked really well. I wonder if it doesn't knock side rock. Yeah, look at it slide. It's not rotating, it's sliding up. And it clashes when you reverse with directions. It really does clash when you're reversing. So something's wrong with this. And even though that just did a nice amount of digging there, but there's something wrong with it, it's not moving properly. I'm wondering if that's what my issue is. It seems to work okay if I'm just turning on the spot. But as soon as I start to move, look at that, slide. You shouldn't do that. It's, yeah, it's trying to go somewhere it's not supposed to. I don't know if it's just the mechanics of the game are not quite right, but it's definitely sliding left and right. But right, let's give it one more go. Slow motion mode. And it fills up too quick. I think I'm faster with the loader, to be fair. I don't think I'm going to get as fast with this at all. Because I've still got to empty it, haven't I? The controls reverse when you're in reverse, and not in the way you'd expect. Like, you know, when you reverse in a vehicle like the loader or just a vehicle, truck, car, whatever. You know that if you rotate left, you'll swing round to the left. Where this doesn't do that. This slides instead. And then as soon as you let go of the power, it starts going the opposite way. Right, okay. So I'm just going to have to... There we go, sliding again. Yeah, it's not alright, that isn't. Let's just hope this doesn't get in the way. So let's do that. Don't think it's going to make that much difference, but let's just use. Yeah, we're going to have to use the loader. Oh, that's going to be in the way. Why do I do these things to myself? It's in high. Let's turn on this. Why isn't that lower? Lower. 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 There we go. I can't even claim lag because this is single player. I'm not connected to anybody else or anything like that. So why it's not responding controls properly, I don't know. That's I keep forgetting about that slide. I need to get this just far enough out of the way so that I can unload the loader okay. I think it seems to have a slide in general, not much. Right, leave that there. You're not doing what I need you to do. So, loader is then. I thought I could speed this all up. Obviously not. Oh, it's snowing in my tunnel. That's... So, let's get this right down to rock bottom, literally. Excuse the pun. That's there. Better. Let's see if I could do this. Oh, losing control. I think I tried to control it like I was controlling that tunneler then, and I got it all back to front. Oh no, that's no good there, that's not. That's no good there. That's no good. We'll figure that out later. Let's level that out a little bit. See, that has a bit of slide to it as well at times. I wonder if it's something to do with the control system in general. Keep this money rolling in. Can't believe look how far we've gone past this dump point now already. I'm just going to have to remove it and put it further in. Yeah, I'm definitely getting this out quicker There is a bigger dumper. I don't know whether I can afford it yet. No, I don't think I've unlocked it yet. Let's just double check. But I think clear that. Sorry, not dumper, loader. Is it the 8th? No, 6.3. What have I got at the moment? So have I got the... I've got the L11. That's 10 meters squared. Is this it? Yeah, 26 point something. And that's 21 point something. And that's level 45 and level 46. Yeah. So that will be interesting. And we get twice, 2.5 times what I get at the moment. Make a nice difference. I've actually been playing in my spare time and not streaming on here or at work or doing something with the family or anything else. I've actually been playing some Star Citizen. The problem with Star Citizen though is, yeah, the obvious things like this, it's riddled with bugs to a certain extent, but it is addictive to play, and that's the problem. I can lose so much time playing that. So much time. Ooh, that was a quick flick, wasn't it? Ah, maybe it was that solid rock there. Doesn't look like that explosion went as far then. There's the ones next to it. Digging that cavern, digging that hole. I've seen people get the blades stuck on these inside those grids, those loader grids. I'll try and get rid of just this here. That's it. It's gone. Now let's get the top of this bit here. That didn't work out too well, did it? No, it's not too bad. Also with that tunneler, it doesn't get these bits above either. So at the end I'm going to have to use this. Come on, come on. Put you down. It's imbalance. That's it. Imbalance to the force. Force of physics. So, might as well do some over here as well. Let's get that down a little bit level. Let's get some of this in. Try and get this cavern as wide as possible. Well, not as wide as possible, just like a lot wider, so I've got place down here to store vehicles, have a fuel depot, and possibly at some point maybe even part of the production, so that we haven't got to go upstairs, because at the moment that's a long way to go, a very long way to go. I'm getting so far into this mine that on single player it's going to start becoming really tedious. don't mean the gameplay as such, I just mean the going all the way back to go and get stuff or do stuff. So maybe building the whole plank down here might be better. If I'm going to, that's if I'm going to stick to this. I do want to try out the core sampler drill, things like that. So I'm not just going to be doing this. I also want to try paving. I've got to get an asphalt plant built, which I haven't yet. At the moment, all my gravel is being used. I tell you, used. Let's get this. So there's going to be a fair amount of stuff upstairs at the moment, anyway, to go and work out. Don't want to go crazy yet. See, the load would just go further into the rock, just that little bit more than that tunneler did. That tunneler really struggled. And I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be. Is the tunneler not supposed to go through unless it's exploded? Or does the tunneler just rip out all the rock? I don't know. Come on. Don't dip. Do want to get to that level 46. What I will do is probably start using the XP modifiers by doing the quests, because if I'm getting coal, which I think I am as well in this, if I just do the coal quest and just keep selling a load of coal for a bit, get my XP up, and then I can start keeping my coal again. If you get my drift. It's getting there. About time now that I wish for sure I could get a few people on here. I do know a few people that might enjoy it, but I'm not sure whether they'll want to come on and stream. I'll ask them and see, but I'm guessing it's going to be in vain, but that's not nice. Get in there, that's it. Oop, don't want to go deep. I'll get a few more scoops and we're going to have a look, see what's up there. See what money we're going to make from it. And I'm dumping crap everywhere because I'm not concentrating. What would be cool is if you had to, instead of just planting the dynamite, that you have to get a drill and drill holes, and then you could do a bit more of a controlled explosion, directional controlled. I'm not sure if that's how they do it in real life. I know they do that with building demolition. drill holes into things so that they can control exactly where the explosion is going to happen, so they can bring down the building perfectly. I'm guessing it's going to be a similar sort of thing with rock. Guessing you have to be an explosive expert, I guess, to know that. I could look it up, I suppose, but if I get an AI response, it could be, ooh, very hit and miss how accurate it is. I've had some AI responses on Google that have just been rather strange and misleading information. The problem is you don't know when that information was scraped from the internet. Yeah, it's going to be nigh impossible to completely be up to date all the time. It depends on how valid the information is, though. Also, to be fair, like, you know, while I was talking about then, that's an art that's probably been perfected many years ago. You know, maybe even into the early 1900s, controlled explosions. So, an answer on that could possibly be consistent. But we shall see. I will look that up at another time. At the moment, I just want to stop doing endos, not really, endos. Right, let's get one more scoop, and then we're going to see what crap we got upstairs. Let me see, is my money going up? 460. Let's see if it's going up. That means, yes, it is. Just making sure it's actually going through. If I'm making a tiny bit of money, that means I know it's getting all the way upstairs at least. Woo! All over the place there a little bit. Right, let's leave you there. Let's go and have a look what we've got upstairs. Look at the size of that thing. Imagine getting caught in that. I don't think so. So, I'm guessing I'm going to remove this hopper here. I don't think there's any need for it. And then what we'll do, we'll move it further down. Let's come up the hill, see what we've got. So let's start at the very beginning. So we're not making water at the moment, so we'll have a look at that in a sec. Let's open this. So what have we got? Enormous amounts of gravel, and it's not moving. There we go. Iron ore, usual. Aluminium's a bit low. Oh, these are a lot lower. I'm guessing I've passed the threshold for that vein that was there, maybe, because they all seem to be a lot lower. So let's just, for now, just throw the, oh, no, we can't throw the gravel in there. As in, we can't do anything with the gravel in there because it's. Oop, where am I going? Oh, this one I can. So let's just put in cement. So that's that one. And then this one. This one can do a lot more. In fact, destroy that one. Don't know why I said destroy, because it's not destroying. Oh, we can get rid of that one as well. Oh, have I used it all up, the gravel? No, I haven't. Why on earth did that just come out as 700? Okay. We've added cement. Yep. Well, gravel. Cool. That's that done. Don't think anything of this would. No, there's nothing coming through here. So no paydirt. No payday. Oh, I'm not going to bother selling a ruby and a diamond. I think that one's empty. Oh, there's 107. I can sell those. I'll sell those. Right, what's going on in here? Wooden blocks. Let's take the wooden blocks. They're finished. Wooden bench. And another wooden block. So them. And this one. Another set of wooden blocks. A watchtower. That's the quest item, isn't it? Don't know whether that's going to give me much, but... Did notice I wasn't getting any coal, so I'd have to do that independently. So I'd have to come up here to get my coal. Anyways... So, we're on silver here. There's not much there. I'll just drag the silver in. There we go. It's not interrupting itself. Why did I do that? I want to get the silver out. Silver in there. And then I think we're done with gold. Yeah, I've got no gold. Oh, I'm going to leave that bit of gold in there. Aluminium. That's a small one. Let's get rid of both of them. Ramp it up. Whoop, ramp it up. Aluminium. Aluminium. That's all the aluminium. And I'll check that one into there. This one is copper. Get rid of that one. Ramp that up. Copper. Is that the lot? Yep, that's the lot, and we'll take the ore with us. So we're not making that much money anymore because this vein seems to have disappeared. So we've got enough iron ore in there. Oh, so that's me a lifetime. And I've got enough iron ore in that one. So they're both iron ore. Yeah. Hold on. That's lithium. Let's get rid of that. At least get another 500 lithium going. And we haven't got no lithium there. And we'll sell the ingots of that. There. So these should be steel. I didn't take any of the iron out, did I? No, I'm just going to throw iron ore. Oh, this is iron. These are steel. Okay. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. I need to remember what I'm doing here. And steel. Shove iron in there. Just max that one out a bit. Steel. There we go. How much coal do I need for the quest? 19,000. I haven't got 19,000. It's a lot of XP. 37. Is it really going to make that much difference to me? Oh, I suppose it does because it goes up, I believe. Yeah, because the money's gone up, so I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. Think about it in a bit. Alright, they're done. Let's just sell what we've got. 81, 30, 47, 56, 20. We broke the 3 million mark in there. I'm going to put some more into here. And I'm going to put 2 million. So I've got 6 million in the company bank. Awesome. Wooden floors is what I wanted to make, wasn't it? Damn. Okay. Barrels. Need barrels. Need steel beams. Steel can stay there. Here we put the steel beams. What can we make? What do we want to make? Do I want a massive door? Do I care? I do want another small door, so we'll do that. We've got a lot of steel wool there. Let's make as many steel blocks as I can. 50. See how much they go for. Nuts and bolts and bolts and nuts. So we'll get those in there. It's unusual that, because most people call them nuts and bolts. Well, we do here in the UK and anywhere else, but it just seems easier to say nuts and bolts rather than bolts and nuts. Oh, I don't know. Back over here, we need to make some wooden floors. So I'm going to make as many wooden floors as I can for now. And it's one. Because of wooden beams, I don't have wooden beams. Okay. That was pointless. Alright, let's go into the water. Let's get the water. I think I took it all out. Yeah, I did. So we got 336. So that would be 112. That's me water going again. Do I get some pay dirt, make some money? Could do, couldn't I? Let's get to the side here. Let's see if I can level this off a little bit. So let's put you there. Get this pay dirt going. Didn't go very well at leveling, did it? I have to have a look at this grader. I'd like to see how it works. I'm guessing, even if it says it's an asphalt grader, I'm guessing it's going to work on dirt as well. Because I'm reckoning the other one that just says grader works on asphalt. Make some money. I'm guessing this load's gonna run out sooner rather than later. Use it as much as I can though. There's a lot at the top of that mine now. I don't know whether to see if I can just collapse it down on top of a truck or something. And then fill the walls in with wood. That's a lot of pay dirt. It really is. So this bit I don't actually care about because it's not actually in my way, so. But it's not part of anything that's in my way anyway. Yeah, I was wondering whether to stream or record anything in Star Citizen, but I'm not a, what do I call it? I'm not into the PvP and FPS side of it. I love doing hauling, just love doing hauling. It's like this, it's like, I love doing the grunt work, as it were. Making money by moving things like this is, in a way. There's a lot of money to be had in mining as well in Star Citizen, so I am possibly going to try that at some point. At the moment I'm just enjoying hauling. I hadn't played it in a while, so there was a wipe in between when I last played it, so I had no money really going in except for about 10 grand. I've got my starter ship obviously. So I did a little bit of grind, and now I'm renting ships at the moment, and I've got myself to 3.3 million. I just need a little bit more, maybe about 800 grand. And I could then buy myself a larger ship for keeps. Well, it won't be for keeps because every time I do a server wipe, that will be gone. They don't always server wipe there on an update. They sometimes just update the system but allow you to keep your existing money. Sometimes ships will go, and sometimes money will go, so it's a little bit annoying, but if you change the link in a game regular enough, you're going to have to do that, I suppose, because at the end of the day, if you've changed like one variable that's in the save file, anything else in there that doesn't match could potentially cause you issues. So. It's like this game. If they do make a significant change to something and they don't want to write a conversion process from one to the other, then the chances are you could lose your save. Well, you won't lose them, but you won't be able to play them because the save files will have invalid data. It's one of those things when you have pre-release games. Pre-release, well, I suppose it is. It's even though this doesn't advertise itself as an early access game, it very much is. But they haven't sold the game in that way, which is, I'm not sure whether it's against terms and conditions of Steam or something like that, possibly, because you're selling an unfinished game. Because the game, when it came out, was actually in alpha. It's now in beta, but they don't actually say early access. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the store page does not mention early access anywhere. And it's normally when you buy it, it says this is an early access game, and it didn't. Not as far as I remember, anyway. If I recall incorrectly, I will apologise. So, selling a game that's not early access but actually is technically, it's, you know, unfinished, could that be classed as terms and services broke, as they didn't make it clear that this was an early access game, or that the fact that it's an unfinished game just says it's a mining game? It's probably one of the best ones at that. Get a wheel spin on that. So this is only going to be like an hour to an hour and a half long, as I have places to be today, unfortunately. But I probably will be back over the weekend with more content anyway. And like I said, I am considering doing Star Citizen, but I don't know whether people find it. I'm not one of these to sit and edit a video for hours on end just to make the content look fantastic. So if people like the nitty-gritty, dirty getting into it of, you know, whatever happens, because it most likely will be streamed as well, then sure, fine. But otherwise it probably won't be for some people. I haven't got hours on end to sit there modifying the content. It's not easy to do. Well, it's not that it's not easy, it's just very time consuming. And it's remembering and checking the footage, because you're going to have to listen to some of the footage over to listen out for things. Things that, you know, you want to cut out, things that you don't want to do, because you won't remember everything by the time you get to the cutting room. You really won't. And Black Magic, the Black Magic editor I use, it's not bad. It's actually really good. It's called DaVinci. But some of it can be a little unintuitive if you've come from Premiere or After Effects in that kind of vein. But it's free. Massive plus points. It's free. The only way you're going to get an Adobe product is by buying their subscription these days. Don't get me wrong, people out there do pirate things, but from, you know, the way things are done these days, everything's all configured and checked online. So at some point, you get yourself a pirated copy of a piece of software, it's just going to fall flat on your face, or something's not going to work. They're going to detect you doing it. It's really not worth it. But unfortunately, Adobe has a large monopoly of some of the best software for video and photo editing and just general graphics and design sort of stuff, especially with Adobe After Effects. There's nothing out there that matches After Effects, not in the slightest. I love After Effects. I used to have CS6. I then also paid a subscription for the latest, well, it weren't the latest, it was like a couple of years ago, but the new cloud, Creative Cloud they call it. But the subscription I bought, from what I thought was a reputable online seller, turned out to be using company shared access keys and selling them on to the public. So my subscription was cancelled. I did get my money back. Adobe advised that I contacted them, and I did. I also raised the dispute with my bank, and as this company kept saying, oh, we'll fix it, and they never did. And then I went to my bank and got the refund, and then they replied to my last email. They never replied to half of them, saying, oh, well, you've already got your refund. This was after I'd been to my bank. They didn't supply the refund. So they were trying to stop me putting any sort of negative reviews by saying, oh, well, we'll give you a refund. We didn't. My bank refunded it, and then they got the money back off you. Internet is a terrible place, and I am very, very careful about where I buy things from. This came recommended to me from people whom I trust, who were also obviously duped into it, and it looked pretty authentic, to be fair, and it was to a degree. As far as I was concerned, I knew nothing any different until I got an email saying that you're using a corporate license key. So when you buy a corporate version that they obviously had, you have seats. So what they were doing is they were buying these corporate licenses, X amount of seats to use the Adobe software, and then they were selling it on individually, because obviously they get cheaper in bulk. If you get buy something like 20, 30 seats or whatever it is you buy, you get them cheaper, but they're part of what's called an organisation, and then they sell them off to individuals, and whilst they're still cheaper than what you can buy as an individual, they're still making money back. It's still cheaper than Adobe, and it's still making their money back on their investment for them licenses. So I don't know how much they would have made, or did make, I don't know. I don't know how many people they actually had on their books. You couldn't see any other licenses when you logged in, you could just see the one. Kind of made me suspicious when the first one I had did that, and I got this message from Adobe saying your license isn't legit, you might want to check it. And then all of a sudden I had my license information changed, and it became an organisation. But then then it's after a bit that stopped working as well. It was like a few days, and the company just stopped replying and whatever. So I got my money back. So, but Adobe software is really cool, especially for editing, especially if you want to add in effects for After Effects. Brilliant for post-production on movies and that sort of thing. I've used it a lot. I've done work in the VFX industry, only a small amount, but I have done work in the VFX industry. And the features are really powerful, really powerful. But yeah, I've waffled on long enough about that. So let's see what I've made from all this lot then. Now, I don't think anything would have gone down to the tanks down here, because it all should have just gone through the wash plant. So I don't think anything would have made here. No. Nothing's made there. That's just what was done before. So everything would have come through here. Let's see what we've got. It won't be a lot. Oh, we've got more than I thought. Gold ore. I got a crap load of gold ore. We'll get the rubies and the diamonds back going. A little bit of silicon as well. That's cool. That's cool. Right. This one's going to be diamond. So we'll take the rubies out. Put the diamond ore in. I didn't need to do that. I could have just done that and that. So 232 of those, and again, don't need to move it. Ruby there. I'll leave those in there. Sell them when I get them all together. Silicon and gold. Well, no, the gold one's not running because we've done all the gold. So. Gold. Lots of gold. Come on, work. There we go. 1073. Which one was silicon? Is it this one? This one? I think that was silicon because this one is. Doesn't actually matter, does it? No, this was lithium. Yeah, so this was silicon because I was using it for iron. Let's get rid of all those. We'll put the silicon in. Oop. Max it first, silicon, and then we'll do behind that the iron. There we go. Plenty. Right, that's everything there. I've got nothing to sell, I don't think. Nope, not sure I want to sell concrete floor. It's getting dark. Wondering whether still to do some coal or not, I don't know. It's funny because now it's getting dark in the tunnel. You'd think the tunnel would be dark anyway, which is why I brought that light there. But now I'm like, why did I bother? There's a fair old jaunt down here, isn't it? Right. What am I doing? I need to level this off to the ground. Lift you up, put you on the ground, tilt you forward, and poof. There we go. Let's get some of this ceiling out of the way. It's so bright. So bright. It's like a spaceship in Close Encounters, isn't it? With bright lights and flashing lights. Just lights. How I didn't hit that then, I don't know. I've probably mentioned before, he kind of watching Splitsy and his alter ego Flipsy and Capac play this. You may or may not know them. They're quite big on space engineers on YouTube, so they do quite a lot of stuff on there. They've started playing this, and that's what made me look into this again. I looked into it before, and I wasn't happy with the way it was, enough to make me go, "Ooh, I want that." But I did like the look of it. But yeah, it was him. I was watching videos of him play this, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to carry on playing. I'm going to buy this now. So I did. I went and bought it. And I've been watching him play this online with his YouTube viewers and his Twitch viewers. And Oh, it looks like so much fun when you've got other people working with you, playing, working. Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's making money. Yeah, they had people driving dumpers, loaders, digging holes like this, like a mine. Another one was doing surface deposit on the coal. It was the exact same map as this, and I did like this map, which is why I chose this one. I will check the others out at some point. You know, if people are interested in me doing some more, that is, I will. That's. I just thought that was going to go straight over there. Yeah, if people do like this, maybe I'll do another set of videos on a different map. Then you'll be able to see me starting from scratch, how I started, what I did. And then maybe go from there, but at the moment it's just going to be this one. Just for now. Come on. Come on. That's better. More of another road in there. Ooh, that was close, wasn't it? I call that precision driving. Or near misses, whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to stick with precision driving. It's a near miss. It's starting to look a little bit more like an open space than it is just a dogleg of a right-hand turn of a tunnel sort of thing. But it's still nowhere near big enough to what I want it. I'm wondering whether to have just like a central place down here for dumping stuff, but the only problem is it's a long way to come back. It really is, and I don't know if that's what I want to be doing. Forgot to let go of the reverse button then. Itchy trigger finger. Oh, that was skill. Come on, you got to admit that was intentional. No two ways about it. The other one, debatable, but that was skill. You can't argue with skill, can you? It's obvious. The trouble is, if I try and do it again, it's not going to work. You see? Oh, jeez. Never open your mouth too soon. A fair bit done here. I did not want to dig that hole. Come on. We'll get in there. Don't want to be that low. Just a little bit, just to get rid of this level here. See, that was actually taking in the solid rock. Why can't a loader do it, but the tunnel, the bore drill can't? Tunnel. Call it bore drill. It is kind of bore drill. It bores through the earth. I don't get how this can scoop large amounts of it off, but that can't. They can't drill through it when it's made for that. Here we go again. No, I wasn't close enough that one. Oh, that was close. Well, now I hit it. into it. Better. I'm trying too hard now and just hitting it all the time. Got more chance of missing it if I'm trying not to think about it, I think. Not a good place, not a good place. And there we go. Come on, let's get a bit more in there, come on. Get a little bit, there we go. Try and get that little bit in there, I've lost more. Oh. Need to stop getting too cocky with this. If any of you out there have got this game and played it yourself, or even if you haven't but you've seen a lot about it, you've got any suggestions, advice, or anything you like or don't like, just drop me a comment. Be interesting to see what people think. It's one thing getting people to watch videos. Sometimes it's just random because they're like, why is it not reversing? My wheel's not on the ground. No, they're not. Yeah, it's one thing getting people to watch videos, and most of mine are probably random likes, or people on Twitch finding it, or YouTube and finding it through searching for Out of War. So it's just random. So if you are coming back and you are enjoying it, drop me a comment of anything you do or don't like, what you'd like to see more of or less of. At the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do when it comes to this, but if I can make it more viewable to people, I will also do that. End of the day, why else post it on YouTube if I don't want people to actually interact and enjoy the content? There's no point posting it otherwise, is there? So 1.23 million. It's a fair old penny just to be lying around, isn't it? I'm going to be testing out the bulldozer, the asphalt paver, the grader. And so to do that, I need to expand and do the asphalt planting. Now the asphalt planting probably would be best outside, so I might leave some of that out there and the rest in here. So maybe the core processing in here, and then the gravel and dirt. Oh, that's a nasty one. I don't know if I can get my blade out of under that concrete. Oh, I got it out. Should be green. Yep, it's out. Well, I'm in a big hole. Oh, how did I get there? I just warped. See if I can build some of this up. So okay, that side. Let's see if we can bump it across. There we go. And then it's this front bit. How am I going to get under there? Oh, I can. Didn't think I could then. And here. Right, let's see if I can just smooth this out. There we go. We got you. Get rid of this bit of a spike if you'll let me. Yeah. Turn to the left, then turn to the right, and we'll be out. Okay. That was pretty darn terrible, if I do say so myself. Gonna have to start doing some more concrete blocks for there, I think. I've got a lot of cement now. That's one thing I never checked, actually, the concrete blocks, did I? In the cement mixer. I've probably got a fair few on me, though. Let's leave that there. Let's go and have a look. Right, let's get this down. Because otherwise it's not going to let me join onto these slabs. Yeah, I got 114 on me, so come on. Nope. Well, maybe actually if I can get one in there, that's it, and I can do that one coming from the side. Nope. Keep bringing this back and down. So for you in the UK, I'm not sure about any other country. Pretty sure it's a different day in America, but here in the UK it's Father's Day. So if anyone else is celebrating that, happy Father's Day to you on Sunday. Again, let me know in the comments if you did anything. One of my children, well, I call them children, but they're grown up children now, so they're still my children, but they're grown up. One of them is away on Sunday, so they're taking me out for breakfast tomorrow. And eat all you can breakfast. Well, yeah, whatever. It's not exactly brunch, but it's more like late breakfast. It's about 10 o'clock ish. But yeah, that's what they're doing for me. Yeah, interested to know what you guys get up to. I don't expect presents and that. It'd be nice to get the card. That's good. Don't expect presents and things like that, but they normally do, to be fair. I like to think I've brought my children up well, that they're quite giving, quite thoughtful, and they are. And they all work hard in their jobs. They've all done pretty well, to be fair. In this day and age, in this climate, it's much tougher than when I was younger. There was a lot more jobs around and things. To be fair, they've done themselves proud, so I'm happy, very happy, in fact. So yeah, they're taking me out tomorrow. So you know, what are you guys doing? Do you celebrate it? Is it a sore subject for some people, I guess? So I hope I haven't brought anything up untoward there for some people, because not everyone has a good relationship with their kids, unfortunately, or there's other reasons. You know, I don't want to go into things like that, but you know what I mean. There's sometimes Father's Day is not a good thing for some guys, for whatever reason. So either way, still enjoy your day the best you can. This is starting to look a bit better now. It's getting a lot wider than it was. See, an excavator probably would have done a good job of this, but I think I'm doing it quicker by hand, to be fair. This little bit of shaping and trimming, I think it would have took a long time to do with an excavator, because I would have had to dump it in a truck and then move the truck and blah blah blah. And I'm not driving the excavator with the speed that they go up backwards and forwards to the drop-off point. So, done it again. Smack, smack. Do it that way. It can be quite finicky if you don't aim it just right. This. I have my own thoughts on how they could do this better. I know this is built in Unreal, and I have done examples of how to do block connections. Online on educational videos for people. But to be fair, this is a work in progress. It's probably least of their worries. This is. They want to make sure people are enjoying themselves with their big boy Tonka trucks. If you know what a Tonka truck is, I know Australians know, but here in the UK, great big dumper trucks. With I think it was the brand was called Tonka. I don't think they're actually real life brand truck Tonka, but I think it was the brand of toy. But they made these big trucks, which are what we're looking at. We're looking at rock trucks. These were Tonkas. This is what we call a Tonka truck. This sort of shaped truck. But I think it was a brand of toy rather than the brand of real life truck. But that said, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Maybe I'm wrong. Did Tonka make real life trucks? No, Tonka primarily manufactures toy trucks. Yeah. They don't provide Tonka trucks for. But yeah, the great big rock mover things were made by Tonka. Don't know if that's a brand that was in the States. I'm guessing so. To me, it seemed like a universal brand because it's not a UK looking vehicle, and I don't think we have the scale of excavation that would require a vehicle like that in this country. I might be wrong, but I think in the States they do, and obviously other countries, but I don't recall seeing one in this country. But that doesn't mean they don't exist, and they, But I was always fascinated by them when I was a kid. Enormous things. You see people standing next to the real life ones, and they're like dwarfed by it. It's like crazy. Tonka. I believe the brand's still kind of going a bit, but don't really see it so much anymore. Toy trucks are not the thing these days, unless it's got an NVIDIA graphics chip in it and it's plays at 120 frames per second. And then I don't think most kids are actually bothered these days. Right, okay. The cavern is making shape. I wish there was a way to make the cavern look more smooth. I probably will do some wooden walls along there. Oh, it's the... I wonder what that noise was. What's blocking that middle one? What is blocking the middle? It looks like something's blocking that, doesn't there? Doesn't look right. What's down the middle? Is it just the way that looks? Oh, I can see the ramp part of it, can't I? The downward slope part of it, that's all. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it's the downward slope part of it, that's all. Just looks a bit odd from there. But yeah, it's like angled at one side, and the actual outward bit is just a little bit of a groove, but it works effectively. Just right. I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, it's starting to get a lot bigger, and it's still not big enough. Like I said, that way I'm going to be, if I bring that across maybe to there, if I can get this snap, there we go. I'm going to put that to there, and then that's where I'm going to go back down again. Just get rid of that, it would have bugged me. So let's build the wooden blocks up. First person. Up we go. There we go. So that there, can I reach that? Yes, I can. Yep, I can. That there will be the start of the one going down. That gives that enough of that width of that wall for it not to make holes in it as I go. So I'm guessing it's going to be the same width as this. What did I do it at now? So the roadway is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then one more for the end. So have I got enough room to mark that? Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 6. Nope. If I just get away with some of that and just mark it. I'll have to go into the wall a bit, won't I? Right, let's get number 6 down. That's 6. And then this will be 7. And then I need to do a bit behind it, don't I? Where it's actually in the wall. Doesn't have to be pretty to start with. It's kind of just a marker. It's very slow doing this brick, isn't it? Let's just get this back enough. I'm not going to be able to see enough without taking a big chunk out of here, am I? Seeing through the world here. There. Might be enough. Come on. Yes, there we go. And there. That's it. That's number 7. That's the width of the passageway going down. And while I'm here, let's put some of those in. And I can't. I just said we're wrapping this up, and here's me. I'm still digging. I might as well put this row in. I've started, so I'll finish. Should have enough blocks for it, so. And then we'll have a similar looking thing going maybe down that way, possibly. Well, probably one in each direction. So obviously the one going out is going to go back on itself and down. I think they're all going to go down, to be fair. So I'll go down that way, maybe have one virtually opposite there, so that means it gives me a lot of space for other things. So one opposite, and then maybe one here. Go down. I've got a wide enough wall there, haven't I? Yeah, I'll probably another one go down there. Yeah, so there'll be 4 ways coming off this. Well, 5 if you count the slope coming down. So anyway, let's leave that there. So this is Totally British Gamer, and this is Out of All. And I shall see you next time. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye bye for now.